talking franchises here, bud.
All right, it's Halloween. It must be Saw. There have been 10 Saw movies now. This new one is 2 hours of Saw fun. First half is like Jigsaw, old man Jigsaw. And then you got like an hour of him having revenge on some people. And it's just like a Saw movie, a regular one. So get pumped for that. I watched it this weekend. So did Logan. Let's bring him in. Jigsaw expert Logan be there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
The
that's
only
true.
man in the world who popped for Costas Mandilore's appearance over
What are
the
you
closing
ta-
credits.
I'm not even the only person who popped in my theater.
Are you crazy? Dude, everyone stuck around in my theater for a post-credit scene, and everyone was just like, huh?
Are you serious? You're with the
Yeah.
wrong crowd.
No one gives a shit about Hoffman.
That's bullshit. Everybody cares. Everybody loved it. That's all I'm seeing online. Hoffman. Oh my god, Mandalore's back. I forgot
Is
his
that
name.
what everyone's hoping? Like, that's the way forward for the franchise. More Hoffman, baby.
Well, it's an interesting question, I guess, because do you think that they're setting that up for more installments with him, or you think they were just being like, "Oh, Hoffman's there because it's between saws and he's around"?
I have no fucking idea. I don't really know what you do with this franchise. I don't know what they've been doing with this franchise for a long time now.
I don't think they
Like-
know what they're doing.
Well, no. They've decided here with Saw 10 to sort of make a legacy sequel.
Saw
Right.
X.
Whatever. That's gonna like appeal to like fans of the thing and like go back to like its roots or whatever. And it kind of succeeds in doing that. But at the same time, I mean, I couldn't figure out the entire movie when it was supposed to take place. And I didn't really care that much, but also it's like
Okay.
my
I think your mic
microphone.
disconnected.
Yeah, sorry.
But okay, I mean it's a good point because they don't bring it up in the movie really what time it takes place. But I think it's like the marketing material basically says it. So if you didn't know, then I guess that's a problem. But it's between the first two Saw movies.
Okay, but for the next infinity years, all right, nobody's gonna be watching the marketing materials for this movie. Anytime
Mhm.
anyone watches this movie, they're just gonna be watching the movie.
I don't think so. I mean they are just gonna be watching the movie, but at that point they've watched all 9 Saw movies and they know probably what they're going into.
Shawnee Smith.
Like they're probably
And
like anyone watching it now in the future is going to be watching it with a girlfriend or a boyfriend who's saying, "Hey, let's watch all the Saw movies." And they're going to say, "Hey, this one takes place between you." You've never had this problem with the Halloween movies. You're never like, "Well, no one's going to know that David Gordon Green's movie is only after the first movie or the second movie, whatever." Are they brother or sister in the new movies? Actually, is this the first movie
Well,
or second movie?
they're not brother and sister in the new movies.
So
Like
it's
it's
only
well
after the first movie.
established that it's just after the first movie. Yeah.
All right. So I mean, I've never heard you complain, but now you're doing that because it's Saw, I guess.
What do you want me to talk about on this show? Just how much
amazing things are.
I'm just so excited to have John Kramer back in my life.
That is what I thought this episode would be. But immediately you're just like, it's 2 hours and I don't know what time zone we're in. Is it East Coast or West Coast? Logan has to tell me when he texts me. I don't know what's going on. Are we between movies?
Listen, this is a franchise that's looking for a way forward. They have brought back all the iconic characters.
I'll be
from
honest,
the
Daniel. I I haven't.
I
really,
have not been able to finish a sentence on this podcast.
but I haven't really thought about the fact that like, are they going forward? Like, are they now making movies between like next movies between Saw 2 and Saw 3 with this crew again, or was this just Saw 10 and this was a fun idea?
I don't know. Maybe the rest of the podcast should be a monologue.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I've been trying to say this for roughly 20 minutes. They brought back all the iconic characters from this movie, meaning 2 characters over the course of 10 movies. And they have
The horror franchise where we kill them all, but yes.
and they are 200 years old. John Kramer, Tobin Bell, is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
And Shawnee Smith, who I love, they are combined 200 years old at this point. And they look it, and it's fucking weird. And you've got Shawnee Smith, who, like, it made sense back when she was, like, in her mid-30s doing her little goth girl look. Like, she's back out here, like, wearing, like, the stupid wig. And it's like, it's laughable at times. Like I just don't know what we're doing. And if we're making movies that just take place between the first 2 Saw movies, like then we're just completely up our own assholes.
Yeah, but guess what? You know where I like to be? Up Jigsaw's asshole. All right. So I'm never gonna complain about that. Listen, I agree. It's silly. Sometimes you're like, it's funny when she like really screams and it's like, you're 50 years old. Why are you so mad? Chill out.
Yeah.
But I mean, did you complain about that with Better Call Saul? Like you got on board after a while. You weren't like, Mike Ehrmantraut should be dead. He's 100 years old.
I thought Better Call Saul did an uncommonly good job at making you believe that these older actors were younger.
I thought so too at the time, but now we have new movies like Saw X that do just as good of a job. I don't think it's so uncommon anymore.
Listen, I love the Saw franchise. I had fun covering it with you. I was excited about this new Saw movie. It's almost uniformly people have been saying this Saw movie is like the best one since like the first 2.
I don't think that at all.
A return to form or whatever. And I'm just like, what form is there to return to? Like these movies were never good.
But this feels like a Saw movie. Like the Spiral, sometimes there's like they put green in the movie to sort of be like, hey, it's Saw. But aside from that, it doesn't really feel like Saw. And Jigsaw doesn't feel like Saw at all to me. This really did feel like Saw 4, Saw 5, maybe an early, maybe
for
like
sure.
Saw 3.
Yeah, which is terrible.
I disagree.
It definitely felt like a Saw movie, at least in the second half. The first movie was kind of just like a drama. You're just like following this dying dude around, setting shit up, meeting all the people he's going to eventually put in traps. And that's not really like the original Saw movies. It's like I don't know. It's interesting. There's that one Saw scene early in the movie where he like sees a hospital orderly trying to like steal money or something from somebody's drawer, and he like imagines a Saw trap.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny to me. Like it's not a Saw trap. Like at the end of the movie, I asked my girlfriend like, what was your favorite trap? And she said that one, and I was like, but that wasn't a trap. That was just like a dream he had.
It was real to him. So
Jimmy Boot, our listener Jimmy Boot, in his review on Letterboxd said something like John Kramer had a Zach Braff Scrubs fantasy at that moment. It's so true.
Yeah. Okay. But I think it's weird that trap is the promotional.
All right.
Material,
No,
right?
that's good. Stiff Arm our fans, great jokes.
Never seen the fucking show.
All right.
Is he a thief on that show?
No.
Or he's just making a joke because Zach Braff worked in a hospital.
No, it's just because of his imagination. There were always cutaways on that show.
See, I don't get it. See, I don't understand.
All right.
I don't get it.
You run this episode. I'm not doing well. You
I just don't get it.
you clearly have things you want to say.
I
You
don't.
want this episode to be some sort of weird lionization and glorification of the Saw franchise. Let's get into it. Let's talk about what an amazing director Kevin Groiter is. He really recaptured the amazing feeling of Saws
Do you not
6
think
and
so?
7. Yeah.
I'm just saying you were complaining about what people were talking about. I'm telling you, I'm sort of elaborating on what they were feeling.
If
I get
anything,
it.
this movie proved to me that there's no way forward to this franchise, and they need to either stop or reboot.
I'd be fine if this is the last Saw movie. Honestly, I haven't put that much thought into the future. You came into this like hot about like this is now the future.
Right.
And-
Well, that's only because I host a show called The Franchise, where we think about movies in terms of the franchise they're a part of.
But ever since Saw 7, I haven't thought about the future. Like when Jigsaw came back, I wasn't like, all right, so now we're gonna have more Jigsaw movies. And then when Spiral came out, I wasn't like, oh, now we're having more Spiral movies. And same with this. Like if this is the last movie, I'd be fine. But if we have more,
I think the
with,
intention was more Spiral movies. They just keep trying things and they're not working. And so I guess this idea was pitched before Spiral, and then when Spiral failed, they were like, "Well, fuck it, do that idea."
well, we're not now going to go back to Spiral, right?
No, Spiral was a failure.
Okay, good. Well, I kind of like Spiral, but remember Max Minghella?
There's part of me that prefers Spiral to this, just because it's at least
No.
a swing.
This is a swing too. We got fake traps. We're going to Mexico. We got little kids.
Yeah,
in
we're in
traps.
Mexico, dude. Sicario.
Yeah, that was I think one of your worst reviews you've ever had.
I think it's one of the best reviews I've ever had.
I just want to be mean to you. It was.
I know you're
okay.
being a real fucking asshole. I'm gonna get a fucking text from my mom this week going like, "Look, you gotta get rid of Logan."
All right. But your review, I was like, what was it about like Sicario? Is it like just like they were in Mexico? Was there like
No,
drugs?
it's
Was
like
there, like,
missing
was
persons.
there like a big
and-
border scene or something?
No, like missing persons and like mystery scams in Mexico.
I guess so. I mean, who's missing?
Oh.
John Kramer just goes there and then he's like, "Hey, you guys lied to me. Now you're all in traps."
Yeah, he got scammed.
All right.
It's all about
Sicario.
John.
Let me know,
Kramer getting
guys. Do you like
scammed.
Sicario?
Sicario. Listen, it's also the kind of thing where it's like he deserves it. He got scammed pretty bad. Like he shouldn't have fallen for that shit.
He was just bitter, right? He's just
Yeah, he's just like this old dude. Like this whole movie is just about like some old dude who falls for like the Nigerian prince thing and then gets mad about it.
That's pretty funny. But don't you think it's interesting how the promotional material, like if you look at the poster, it's that fake trap, the one that he just imagines.
Yeah, because my girlfriend was right. That is the best trap in the movie.
I
But it's not
liked the
real.
one. I'm looking at them. I wrote them all down before we started here. There's. You mean read them to you? See if you remember.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll
there's the-
remember. I saw it like 3 days ago.
Okay. Well, there's the eye vacuum, which is what we were talking about. Pipe bombs. You remember that one? I'm just gonna say the names of them.
What do you mean the names of them?
This is called pipe bombs, according to.
What, it's like Jackass? They name their little
Yeah. Hi, I'm John Kramer, and this is pipe bombs. Hi, I'm John Kramer, and this is radiation therapy.
Oh well, I remember that one. That was good.
I loved that one. Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah.
All right, we got so pipe bombs was the guy had like bombs strapped onto his forearm or onto his arms. and he had
Right.
to, like, cut
Oh
'em
my
out.
god. Yeah, that was gross. Saw's so gross. I forgot how
That's the
gross
fucking
it is.
point. The train,
I
can you not handle
know.
it?
No, you're right about. That is the fucking point.
You can't take the gross. Stay out of
No,
the.
I can. I just don't really want to.
Okay. Well, We might be done after this, according to me. I don't fucking know.
We're not. We're not. There's gonna be
I hope
more
not.
Saw movies.
I don't know why I'm even saying that. So we've got the bone marrow trap. It's like you have to cut your leg off and like get out bone marrow, or your head comes off.
Well, both of them did, right? Her leg and her head came
Yeah, like
off.
she like got her head off, but she didn't complete the bone marrow thing, and then her head came off.
Yeah.
I think. So
That was
R.I.P. to
fucked
her.
up, bro.
There was a brain surgery. The guy had to do brain surgery on himself. That was kind of cool. Throwback to Saw 3.
I didn't think that one made sense.
He was the guy who did the brain surgery on John when he went in for the thing, and he
Yeah,
was
but
like,
how's he
"Now you
gonna
gotta
do
do it to
brain
yourself."
surgery on himself? He's gonna die instantly. He didn't have a chance.
Yeah, well, a lot of people don't have a chance. We'll get into the one.
But I
in a
thought the
second
whole
here.
thing was like Kramer. He gives you a chance.
Well, he's supposed to, but then like Hoffman was the one who took it a little hardcore. But I think there's one in like Saw 1 that we talked about where somebody doesn't really have a chance. Like they're covered in flammable stuff and they're walking on glass and they're in a room of poison or something. And it's like you're not going to live all three of those, or like you're going to die.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've
And all the
got
traps are funded by Kramerica Industries.
is that a Seinfeld thing?
Yeah.
Well, what was Kramerica Industries again?
Well, it was run by Kramer, who's the
Right.
name of the
What
killer
was
in this
it, though?
movie. It's just his company. Remember, he had like an intern and shit.
Okay. What was the name of
Logan,
George's
Logan,
fake character?
what's a reference you will get? 13
talk
Reasons Why?
about
So you need me to make a 13
Amanda.
Reasons
We
Why
talk
reference?
about- Yeah, make one.
All right. Boy,
She did cut her wrist.
Jigsaw really makes people kill themselves, just like 13 Reasons Why. It glorifies teen suicide.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Thanks.
All right. Blood waterboarding.
Oh my god, I thought it was cool until the woman was like, instead of waterboarding, bloodboarding. I'm like, dude, I got it. You need to say that.
Bloodboarding. Did she really say that?
Yeah, she said that. Yes.
Bloodboarding. That's pretty funny. This movie was pretty funny. There were a few good lines, right? 5, 6, or 7 of them. I chuckled a few times.
Yeah. Like
didn't?
what?
There was like one time where they were like, yeah, he likes to play by the rules or something. I was like, oh yeah, he does. He does do that. Or so, or they're like, he's very literal or something. I was like, yeah, he fucking is literal. He is the most literal guy I know. All right. So, burning gas chamber. I thought this one was kind of a murder. At the very end, they put both of them in there, but then she lives, but she's also just left for dead in there, I think.
Yeah, she got to stick her head through that little hole and hope someone finds her.
Yeah, so she probably died. I think that's murder. I think that was basically all the traps, right?
Yeah, most of the traps are in the second half because that's when he like collects all the people that scammed him.
Right. But I think my favorite one, so yours was the one that wasn't real, the eye vacuum. That was Dallas's
Probably.
also. I think mine was the radiation therapy. I just like the trap was pretty cool, but I like that she lived and they were like excited to have somebody else on their side. They were like, yes, we got one lived. And then they kill like those other bad people kill her. They were like, fuck you, we're gonna, and then they like step on her or whatever. That was a great moment.
It made me laugh when she like worked so hard to get away from the radiation thing.
Yeah.
And succeeded, and then like Jigsaw just like redirected the radiation thing back to her.
Yes. Yes, that was so good. That was funny too. A lot of funny moments. It's a laugh riot, this film.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I didn't like it. I really wanted to. I was excited for a new Saw movie. Like I was on the way to the theater. I was pumped about it and shit. I was like I had it in my head all morning. Yeah, da da dum, da dum, da da dum, and to me, it was a little bit of a letdown. Like I sort of like the first hour of the movie, all like the old man Jigsaw stuff, but and I popped for Amanda. Like when she first showed up on screen, like took that pig mask off, I popped. Like, yeah, Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they wanted me to do, I guess. But ultimately, it's a 2 hour fucking Saw movie. And I mean, someone needs to have a fucking intervention with Hollywood at this point because Saw, fucking torture porn, is not a genre that should be inspiring full 2 hour movies.
I agree. I
That's
agree.
crazy.
The length was crazy, but people don't just love the torture porn aspect of this franchise. People love John Kramer and they love the lore and they love Amanda.
But
And
there's
they
no
love...
lore. The lore doesn't make sense anymore. The guy's been fucking dead for.
This is between the first two Saw movies.
Yeah, but he's 90 years old.
Not
He's clearly outlived the
canonically.
point he was when he died. All right, so
I don't
I
think
can
it's that obvious. Like
I can jump through the fucking hoops in my head. To me, this
It's
movie
pale.
makes Jigsaw more pathetic than ever. Like now, I gotta watch like the later Saw, like Saw 2, and be like, oh, this is after he got scammed like a moron.
No, come on. We don't watch Scream and think about
Yes,
Roman.
I do.
No, you don't actually.
Yes,
Like-
I do.
Like we do for comedic effect. Like we talk about it all the time. But if you were to watch it, you wouldn't actually think about Roman the whole time, would you?
I don't think about him the whole time, but I will say that since the release of Scream 3, 100% of the times I've watched Scream, I have thought about Roman.
Okay. When the body is up on that car roof, you're like, how did one of them do that? That
Yeah.
Roman had to
I'm
have
like,
helped
that one
in
must have been
that
Roman.
instant.
Yeah.
That was Roman.
Anytime they
All
show
right.
that footage of like Billy Loomis's, like, what do they show? Like, it's like this home movie footage of Billy's dad at like a seedy hotel with like Sydney's mom.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I watch Scream and they show that footage, I'm like, Roman shot that.
All right. I mean, I guess that was a bad call, to be honest, from my part. But all right. So what? Oh, the end. What do you think about the end? So usually, I don't know if you really put a lot of thought about it into this, but Saw movies often end where somebody's trapped in a room and then somebody says game over and then they shut the door and then the credits start rolling, right? That's often how Saw
That's
movies
true.
end. This movie ends with John, Amanda, and that little kid walking, the door open. They walk into the sunset. What'd you think about that ending? That seemed like
What little kid?
end to the franchise. The little kid that was in the bloodboarding with him.
Oh, that's right.
Diego.
I forgot him. Yeah, cute little Diego. No, Diego was the cab driver, wasn't he?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sure.
Yeah. No, the little kid was named something else.
Okay.
But he was adorable. Yeah, I love that moment where he remembers in his like fevered brain that's been like anesthetized because of the surgery and shit. He like remembers that one of his doctors in the surgery was his cab driver.
Right. Oh, Carlos. I think Carlos.
No, I think that's Diego.
No, I think Carlos is the little kid. Diego was the kid.
Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah.
What'd you think about that ending? I thought that seemed like some sort of finality to that, because especially if you know how the other movies end, this one seemed pretty deliberate.
It did seem like sort of like a possible, but it's not going. It's just, I just know how this shit works.
Are they making money?
It doesn't matter anymore.
I mean, you didn't even look at it at all? You don't know like the budget and the box office?
No. I mean, it only cost $13 million. It's
Okay.
gonna make money.
Okay, yeah.
It's so funny that they twisted pictures. You know, they still have that same logo of like the barbed wire tightening around the logo. It was funny to see that in a theater, like on a big screen, because it always looks so janky to me.
I think that's probably the best logo there is.
All right, I don't even know what this episode is anymore.
What are you talking about? This is oh my god. By the way, guys, we ranked 10th installments a long time ago, and I got news for you. This is my new number one.
Get out of here.
I only had 5 of them, and Fast and Furious 9 was my number one because of Hobbs and Shaw was in there.
Oh, that's right.
So I like this more. I'm not a fan of Fast 9, so F9.
Wow. I'm gonna look up my 10th installments right now. I'm kind of curious now.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
feel like we should rank Saw movies, right?
All right, Saw 10. I'm gonna pop it. I mean, to be honest, probably like 3 or 4 on the list. 10th
Yeah, I think
installments
you
aren't
had like
very
8,
good.
right?
Yeah, it's 7.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is about halfway up the list, probably. So should we rank Oh, I'll give it a 3. What do you like more, Saw X or Scream 6?
Um, hmm.
Did they shoot this in Mexico?
They certainly shot it with like the same like filters, like those yellow filters that Steven Soderbergh loves so much. Um, I I don't know. It's about as good as Scream 6.
So you're gonna give it a 2?
And people loved that fucking movie too. So I think I'm just at odds with what people want from their legacy sequels now. I
You
loved
hated them all this year. Evil Dead. You didn't hate them
but
all, but you gave them all
no,
2.
I liked that more than this.
Right.
I I loved Halloween Ends. Everyone fucking hated that.
That's the best one. I agree with that.
Like
That's not even close.
I just saw people were giving Exorcist Believer really bad reviews. Like critics got a screening last night, and like critics I follow in Letterboxd were giving it like 1.5s and shit. And I'm just like, I know myself. Like I'm gonna hate Saw 10 and like that. I know how
Well,
I
now
can't.
you are, because you're going into it thinking that, and you already love David Gordon Green.
I'm just saying, like, I don't believe that what I want from these movies is similar to what other people want anymore. And I don't know why, and I can't explain it. I'm not particularly happy about it.
Yeah. So you just feel like you're smarter than everybody, is what it is.
No, I don't feel like I'm smart. I don't. I really don't. Like I want to like these movies. Am I just burnt out from long running franchises because I do this?
I don't think so. I liked it, and I did the same thing with you.
Yeah, but I've been doing it roughly like 10 years longer than you have.
That's not true.
I don't know.
Like 4 years, 5 years, whatever. All right, so I'll give it a 3. You give it 2. My
Yeah.
MVP is going to be Tobin Bell, and I don't have an LVP because everybody was so good.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't know who to give an LVP. I didn't really think about it.
All right. Well, my MVP.
Parker Sears. I feel like I didn't like that guy.
Who's that?
He was like the guy who got trapped in the burning gas chamber at the end. With the
Oh, I
woman.
didn't
He's
like
the
him
main guy.
either. I didn't like him either. I might give him my LVP also.
All right, Steven.
You know what I'm gonna give MVP to? Just 'cause it was nice to see a real actor show up for a minute. Michael Beach.
What?
Yeah, I liked Michael Beach in that one scene early on where he shows him that scar. And then he gets saw trapped in the closing credits.
Oh, that's Michael Beach. Okay. You know, I was thinking of. Isn't there another Beach? Who's the guy that was from Joe Dirt? Adam Beach.
Yeah, you're thinking he's always playing Native American characters.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, he was cool. I was wondering actually the whole movie when we got toward the end. I was like, but what about that guy at the beginning who
Yeah,
seemed
he
to be
had to
healed?
be in on it, right?
Yeah, what was going on with him? Because he was good to go. But yeah, so that was good. So should I go MVP Costas Mandalore?
Oh my god.
I didn't think
do
about
what you
that.
want.
No, I go Tobin Bell. All right.
Hoffman.
So all right, should we rank saws? Should I tell you how Andy and Andy gave it a 3. He prefers Scream, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
And Ryder hasn't seen it. Damn.
What's he waiting for?
Seriously.
Hey, did you pop when the little Jigsaw doll wheeled out?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now because I'm on the Letterboxd thing.
Yeah,
I
me
got so
too.
excited. Yeah, Billy is his name. Don't disrespect him. All right, Rigsaws. You ready? You gonna go first?
I mean, I don't remember how I thought about them.
Oh, I've got a letterbox list. You don't have a letterbox list?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, tell me what you think of my list, I guess. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Last place, I put Jigsaw. Ninth
Mhm.
place, I put Saw 3D. That's the seventh Saw movie.
Yeah.
Eighth place, Spiral.
Yeah.
Seventh place, Saw X. Sixth place,
See, I feel like most people are saying this one is like number 2 or 3 in the whole franchise.
that's absurd. No.
Okay.
I love the middle Saw movies like Saw 4, Saw 5, Saw 6 because I love the cat and mouse Strom Hoffman stuff. And Perez. I think all that stuff's really cool.
Yeah, I like when he's got in that trap door and it goes underground and it's like, yeah,
That's one of the
fuck
greatest
you.
moments in any movie. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so
No,
good.
I like that stuff too. I feel like maybe one of those I don't like, but 4 and 5, no, I gave those
6 you
all
like.
2s.
Five,
Those are
5 is one people don't really like because the traps aren't really as good. But I think five is the one you're talking about that ends with him going down in the glass thing and Strom
yeah.
getting
No,
crushed.
here's the thing. Jigsaw and Saw 7 and Saw 3. Those are all fucking horrible. And then everything else is pretty watchable. And the only actually good one's the first one.
I get what you're saying about Saw 3. I don't love the guy going through the traps, and there's like I think those traps are pretty lame. Like there's the woman that's freezing, and he has to like go and reach and touch the thing, and he burns his face, but if he takes his shirt off, he could not burn his face. Like some of those
Logan.
traps are like not thought out
Logan.
and lame.
Go to Saw 3
Okay.
on Letterboxd right now.
Right.
Look at the picture they chose. Look at how young and hot Shawnee Smith
Yeah.
is. And that's supposed to be after Saw 10.
And not even right after. That's one that's like a couple years after.
I know.
Like there's 2 and then 3.
That is insane.
That's funny. All right, so 7 I put Saw X. 6 I put Saw 5. Number 7 Saw 4. Number 4 Saw 3. I switched it just now in my head. Number 3 Saw 6. Number 2 Saw 2. Number 1 Saw.